Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. This is intuitive energy reading. I read energies, alright? I get messages, aka downloads for the collective, and I deliver it for you. And if it resonates, I'm happy to help out, alright? Let's get into it. But before I start, I want to mention that I have done some updates in terms of my services in relation to personal readings here on the BKA platform, aka that particular website. I have done a huge sale, which is gonna be the new standard prices up to September. After September, I won't be available you guys won't have access in terms of like personal readings on that particular platform anymore. Hence why the prices are pretty much lower than what's on my standard website here. Now, in terms of my website, there are a few services that I have canceled in totality here. So there are going to be no more group readings when I like travel or if I do it locally. And there will be no more like in-persons, like love readings as well between you and your partner. I also took that off the website. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So the only services that are standardly there is the in-person's reading, so like the face-to-face readings, the one-on-one, and then the phone readings here, as well as the email readings and the holistic healings from a distance or in person, okay, depending on where you are on Earth, okay, on the planet. So yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of that intro. And now let's get to the collective energy reading for whomever feels this resonates for you too, basically, okay? Wow, let's get into it. So the downloads, the messages here is that somebody feels like it's not fair, first and foremost. You could also be dealing with a Monica, okay? Somebody that has the name Monica, you could have the name Monica, take and feel what resonates. But for easier sake, I would direct this as they are feeling these emotions towards you, okay? And if you want to flip it, then be so, but don't take offense if, you know, you feel some type of way, or you just deliver the messages, okay? But the foundation of this entire reading is that somebody doesn't have access to you anymore. So this is why they're upset. This is why they don't feel like it's fair. Monica feels some type of way. And yeah, let's get into it here. This Monica could be your family member, okay? I feel like, or part of somebody that is your close friendship. It could also be somebody that you grew up with, for sure, okay? But it has to do with like family. You have a lot of gaslighting, narcissistic people in your family, clinically or not, okay? They have really taken a toll on your mental health, so you had to leave that environment ASAP. I'm getting the energy of like you don't care anymore. This is the final draw. You're over it. You're over and done, and you want your independence, and you cannot live in that toxicity anymore, okay? You could be dealing with an air sign, a Libra, a toxic water sign specifically as well, as somebody that's emotionally manipulative, prone to gaslighting, as well as somebody that kind of like is a bit of a righteous type of like, oh, what's the name of it in English? Like an overachiever, yeah. Somebody that's very much like, this is not the right way, you have to do it by the book, okay? That's very much the Queen of Swords and Tarot. They can also come across as somebody that's a bit bitchy, have an attitude, don't do no bullshit, okay? Very much self-righteous type of individuals. So yeah. So we got King of Wands in reverse as well, 9 of Pentacles, Judgment, 5 of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. The issue here has to do with stability, linked to some sort of financial stability. So it's whether you have gone off and started your own thing and your surroundings feel some type of way, aka it's not fair that they have this, they have that, they are in this like position in their life, or you're gonna get access to something and somebody within this family dynamic is like, it's not fair that they're getting all of this. Like, why is collective getting all of this? It's like, it doesn't make no sense. Okay, so they are like feel some type of way. This stems from jealousy, envy, and why people behave this way. Going back on my like therapy sessions and counseling expertise, there is that when somebody exudes jealousy, envy throughout their adulthood and targeting one single person, it has to do with them feeling neglected and them having inner turmoil in terms of their childhood, so they have to deflect that I guess processing to a target. Okay, so they will feel relieved. I know it sounds out of place. I can literally just be like, stop there, they're just jealous and envy, and we can go about it like that. But me, I'm a healer, so we get into the nitty-gritty, because I always look at things from, you know, the two sides here. There's always two sides to every story, and that's duality. Okay, we have to look at it from the both perspective. Okay, obviously you probably won't feel this way because, like, you know, I only see one side, and as intuitive as you are right now, you just don't have the energy to like try to analyze, you know, your enemy's life and why they behave a certain way. I know, like, why, but me, I have the energy to do so that's why. But let's move on. You could also definitely be dealing with a toxic fire sign. Okay, somebody that's very controlling. Could be a father figure as well, or a brother. Very dominant, like to like restrain you, block you, things of that nature. They don't want you to have independence. They don't want you to have access to know yourself, if I'm gonna really be honest, because if you do so, that means that you're judging your background. It means that you're judging them because what you know in terms of your family unit, okay, the so-called family love or friendship love, whomever like was in your life that was toxic, and that was the norm, unfortunately, but it was a lesson, hence why they are karmic. They don't want you to kind of see the truth for what it is, because if you do so, they will feel judged. Okay, you will judge them, and even if you don't say anything, they'll feel judged because it makes them feel like less than, and also like, why are you judging us, you know? For some, if I'm gonna really be honest, you leaving make them feel humiliated, because this could also be a proud like family unit that you're like born into as well. So yeah, they just don't want you to see things for what they are. I want you to be stuck in your head, okay? Especially when it comes to success in your life, okay? In terms of you inheriting something, I'm not sure if your family are open to this, but I'm getting the energy like you're gonna get some sort of financial like help from somewhere, okay? Or you made it financially, and this, it is messing these people up, okay? Especially Monica, full some type of way. We got the High Priestess and Four of Pentacles. They feel like you're very greedy. You're holding on to this like success, finances to be specifically here. I'm getting the energy of it's so toxic, but I'm literally tuning into like, let's say if you have a well-paid job, right? And if you don't send money to your like family members, literally all of them, they're like, you know, they're so ungrateful. Like, we have done so much for you and we raised you and you can't even send us like, I don't know, 2K like a month or every week. Like, I'm getting that type of energy. Now, personally, I do have the belief system where it's like everybody kind of like have responsibility for themselves. Obviously, when you're a child, your parents take care of you. But if they do it in terms of like getting something out of you, like in the future, like to feel obligated that you have to pay them back in a way because of like they raised you, the more I'm explaining this, the more toxic it sounds. So this is definitely your backstory for sure, collective. Okay, like it's getting the energy of like, yeah, I was there for you, so you owe me this. Okay, so yeah. I feel like the more I would talk about it, the more I would feel some type of way. So I'm just I will try to not go so deep, okay? Because I don't have time to feel triggered myself. But nonetheless, I feel like you know this already, hence why you left and you don't care anymore, because you know your family members are toxic. This new beginning here is something that is causing some of them, if not all of them, like sleepless night. Some even like anxiety. Or you're having anxiety over this new beginning because of your success, and the guilt probably is setting in, especially if you have this people-pleasing type of personality where you give much than what you receive. You can come off as somebody that has this anxious attachment to your codependent environment, aka your family here. And my friend, okay, the viewer collectively here, it's always good to talk to somebody, but dealing with narcissism and people that are in this frame of guilt tripping you and having this control, I always say go and seek therapy. But in terms of therapy, what they do is just guide you to solutions, like almost like it's not a quick fix, okay? And they don't really find a method to like fix it, but they could guide you in a certain direction to like, you know, I guess manage it, okay? Spirituality is pretty much the same thing, but for those that are good spiritually, you know, let's go into a teaching mode here for a sec. They'll be able to tap into like what happened, you know, in your past life. Okay, some can even do like a past life regression, things of that nature. Tap into your childhood and your family's childhood and like your ancestors, and see where the root cause of it all. Sometimes it's mental, sometimes it's spiritual, why people behave the way they were behaving. Reincarnations and all of that kind of plays a huge part why people. So the camera cut off, but basically it kind of plays a part on why people do the things that they're doing. And in order to not be linked to that generationally, you do cord cuttings to clear that energy. And sometimes you need 1 or 2 sessions. I do, you know, holistic healing and cord cuttings and past life regression, all of that as well. If you feel like you need my assistance one day in your life when the karmics are just being too much, okay? Or if you just need to kind of clear things up with your twin flame, things of that nature. Get your success going, basically. For yourself, for your mental health, for your partner, for your future lineage here. But nonetheless, victory is coming, okay? this decision here is the best thing you could have ever done, okay? Okay, I feel like you're gonna be on top now, and I feel like this is why they feel humiliated as well, that you have found your independence, aka your power back, is really rubbing them the wrong way, aka it's not fair, you know? We can't have access to them anymore, so we can't, you know, control them, and we can't do whatever we want in terms of the collective now. The annoyance you guys feel with me, I resonate with that. It's unfortunate that people can't just choose to see the bigger picture and choose to heal and choose to not be toxic, basically. Your seclusion here, your introversion, it's phenomenal. They were just literally in and out. I'm getting the energy of as well, like whenever you have like a good day, or if you were like smiling or something came up in the past, because I really do feel like you have no contact with anyone in this present moment that has been toxic. But in the past, whenever something went good in your life and you shared that, or you were happy, they took that and they twisted that around and wanted to make you the villain for making yourself better, or for succeeding or leveling up. So I'm getting triggered now. So yeah, karma in terms of justice, okay, karmic justice, which is dharma in Hinduism here. Karma is basically lesson, dharma is blessings, okay? So dharma is on your way, all right? And peace and harmony. I love that. I love that for you. So yeah, you don't have to be in your head anymore in relation to them, because you have made a really great decision. And because of this, finances, aside from the peace, the harmony, the blessings that are coming in, finances are also going to be restored and balanced out for you. Yeah, it's great. So yeah. And it's not easy to leave toxic family members because of the code or the trigger word of we are family. I get it. But then again, if they really hurt you, are they really family? Like at some point, I feel like we're all gonna wake up and realize what's the deal here, you know, in terms of family. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna do an advice card. Stay being your independence. If you're not in that frequency, and if you need assistance, whether it's spiritually or clinically, then I feel like you know where to go at the end of the day. You know, trust your gut feelings, trust your intuition here. So you go ahead, bring your ideas to life, focus on work, focus on your projects. For some of you guys, I feel like it's really time to dive into whatever you have embarked on in terms of your ideas. Don't neglect that. I feel like it's time to really go headstrong in terms of work, okay? But I am also sensing for some of you guys, you kind of left your toxic family dynamic because of a person as well. Or they made you realize, like it could be divine masculine, it could be like a soulmate where they made you realize that where you lived in terms of your family is not what that's not family, okay? So they could have helped you as well, realizing that as well, which is really good. And I'm also tuning into, if that's the case, I really do feel like your family members have no idea like what's up with your life in this present moment. I'm getting the energy of like they're trying to speculate like, oh, they are acting this way because of a guy. They left because of a guy. They don't need us because of a guy. Let them talk. Let them feel some type of way. Because at the end of the day, you do not care. You know, am I right or am I wrong? I feel like you don't give a fuck. I feel like they really helped you during this turmoil, like the life lessons of the karmics here. For some, okay, if it's in relation to a partner that kind of brought you out of the darkness here. The last thing I want to mention before the camera is like really trying me today, but especially if they're a love interest, if they're helping you to kind of see the light and be there for you, make sure that they are not in cahoots or in link with your family, because energy, it's interchangeable here, you know. It can go from you to them, to like them being in a format like you don't want that link at all, okay? It's really annoying, because when you have decided to cut them off, don't leave any breadcrumbs, okay? And that's pretty much it, okay? Just make sure they're not like getting back to like the people that did you wrong, okay? I'm getting that very specific for just those that are heading into a new relationship and it's somebody from the past, okay? And for those that have found somebody new and feel like their person helped them see the reality of how the toxic their environment was in terms of their family, I guess there are good people out there for sure. All right, so until next time, thank you guys for listening to this long reading, and take care. And as always, if you want to know more personally, detail orientated in terms of your situation and what's up with that, everything will be in the description, okay?